Definitely listening to the hardest show right here on the planet. My name is Beanball. I said it before, I got a superstar in the building. A friend that goes way back and now is in the studio. It's been a minute, Spyro. How you doing?
What's good, my guy?
My guy. I mean, it's been a minute. Dragging you down to the studio, bro.
Yeah, man, son.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a minute. I got a superstar in the building.
How you did?
I did right.
How was your trip down here?
Now? Yeah, what's good? Chill.
It's good to have you here.
Same here, bro.
Good to have you here.
I feel excited to be here. Finally. I mean, this is where it all started from.
I know, right? I know, and I mean, it's always a pleasure to have you in the building.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Exactly. And now you have your project next, Rated EP. How's that going so far?
Yeah, it's going well. The receptance has been really amazing. You know, I mean, it's the first one, so I wasn't really expecting this much acceptance on it, but thankfully it's doing well, and I thank God for that.
Okay, so I mean, it's called the Next Rated, right? Quite a unique title, quite a unique name to give a project. Why that?
I mean, I was nominated in the Next Rated category at the Eddies Award, and even though I feel like Ashake deserves to be the Next Rated, and I actually feel like for him to be there, I think it shouldn't even be in that category, if you ask me, because I feel like Ashake is has done way more, you know, but at the same time he got it and he deserves it, you know. But I'm still saying that in my own world I'm Next Rated, you know. Even if I don't get the plaque for it, I am Next Rated. Like, people need to watch out for what is coming from my stables. Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I mean, everybody's a winner eventually, and we can be whatever we want to be in our world, and that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, if there's any question that comes with Spyro, especially on social media, it would be, is Spyro a gospel artist? Is he a secular artist? I mean, I've heard this a lot of times, so you can clear the air on this one.
I'm a secular artist. I'm a singer that loves God. That's all. So ain't nothing wrong with, you know, associating with your God, irrespective of whatever you do. I mean, you could be an OAP and still stand for Christ, or stand for Allah, or stand for Ogun, or stand for Songo. Do you understand? And you could be a banker and stand for, I mean, your God. So I'm a Christian. I'm a lover of Christ, and I'm a singer. You know, I'm a secular artist, like Afro beats, Afro. I can do gospel. I could do any type of music. You know, I don't want to be boxed. And the opposite of gospel is not even. I mean, the opposite of gospel is not secular. The opposite of gospel is carnal. And I don't make carnal music. I do secular music, pure secular music. Arise, O compatriots, is secular music, but all of us, we they sing them.
I feel
you know.
That was
so
it.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I completely get you on that one, honestly, because I know a lot of times people have said, "Oh, Spyro." Now, when you now check out the project Next Rated, everybody's loving it. By the way, when you say you're a secular artist, but the track one says "Because He Lives,"
I mean, being a secular artist does not box me, you know. I'm just a singer, man. I could you don't go to the bank and tell them to give you gospel money, or if you're a banker, you say I'm a gospel banker. I'm just a singer. I could do gospel today. I'm free. I have my creative license to do whatever I want to do. You know, I could decide to, because of my love for God, you know, put out a song that, you know, that is gospel. You know, so that's what I do. I could do. I make whatever I want to make.
Okay, I like that. I mean, arguably one of the biggest songs right now in the country still is "Who's Your Guy." Honestly, the remix, everybody be talking about it. How did that song happen for you?
So "Who's Your Guy" was at a point where it was doing really big and doing numbers, like the original song, and I got a call from Mufasa at Sunday at Nuts, and he was like, this jam is doing great and it's already blown, so we need to amplify. Like, we need to put someone on the remix of this song. What would you want to have on it? And he gave me a couple of names, and I picked Tiwa Savage because my brand kind of like aligns with our brand. I love Tiwa's brand, you know. So, and that was just it for me. He reached out to Tiwa. Within days, she did a verse. Under just a week, we shot the video for it, and boom,
Wow. I mean that is mad.
Yeah.
I like that. Honestly, I think you are one guy that's worked really hard to get to where you are. And I mean, there's a lot of grace in your story. I mean,
Confirm.
there's a lot of grace in your story. You and I would go way back, and I know that it was not always easy. So let me take you back in time for a minute. Now let's talk about the days of Funke, the days of those were back in the day. How did you make things work then? What was life for Spyro then, and what is life for Spyro now?
I mean, it was life then was quite, stressful. It's not like it's not still stressful now, but it's stressful now in an easy way. But then it was stressful because I could barely. One of the most painful thing for an artist is when you have a good song, you have a good project, but you can't put it out because you're restricted. You don't have what it takes to put it, to let the world hear you, and it could be really, really painful. So I had these songs, quite a number of them that I could have churned out then, and I churned out some of them, but it was just a very painful period. Like it was sad, and I felt like, sometimes when I listen to Funke, those days, I listen to it, I'm like, I thought this song was going to change my life. It was going to, give me that big break. And it didn't. And it was really painful. Sometimes it brings tears to my eyes. That, God, why you not going to happen this period? But, it's all good. It's all good. And in comparison with now, though, it's chilled. It's just that it's another... So even in your testimony, even in your breakthrough, there are still struggles, there's still a lot of struggles, but it's just better because at least now you chop, you see money chop, you see money fresh up, you see money promote your music, so you now have to deal with another kind of hustle and struggle, but all in all, we thank God.
Okay, I like that. Now, talking about a big break, talking about that song that, as an artist, as not just an artist, as yourself, at some point, we talked about it, that would be Billing. Now, I've heard a lot of people ask this particular question, but whenever I see Spyro, please ask him that why is Billing not on the next rated EP?
That's a big question. So even Who's Your Guy is not on the next rated project, so me, I get plenty songs. So as I did like this, I'm just trying to put out these songs. Like the one way I don't hear, let me put out new tracks. Like I'm just trying to empty my archives because it's too much there. And I keep making music. At the point I just had to stop going to the studio because most of the songs that I'm putting out now, there are songs that I've done in the past. Like in the next rated EP, about 4 songs there are old songs that I just revamped and brought back. Because He Lives is like the only new song on the project. Okay, Because He Lives and Next Rated, those are like the only new tracks in the project. Fall, Old, which other one? Decide, Old Jam, In Love, Old Jam, Only Fine Girl, Old Jam. These are songs that I've done in the past. So that's the reason why I can't put, I would love to put those songs, but they don't go. Make me hear new songs.
I like that, honestly. And your project is one that's filled with different stories. So which of the songs on your project, Next Rated EP, would you say you hold dearest to your heart the most?
Zado, because I put my heart and my soul into every single track that I make. So it's going to be hard to answer that question. It's actually really going to be hard because I listen to every of the singles in the Next Rated project the same way. Like I really can't say this is my favorite.
Okay, but when you were singing Only Fine Girl, who was coming to your mind?
Most of my songs are figments of my imagination. It's not like I have any. It's not like I get my inspiration from anybody, or sometimes it's just the way I'm feeling. Like, oh, let's write a song. I always think from the angle of, okay, I want to make an evergreen song, and then what are the topics that I can touch on? with Who's Your Guy was about friendship. It was about, with Only Fine Girl. I'm like, oh, okay. Only Fine Girl. That's another nice topic that I can touch on. Yeah, that's just it, pretty much.
Okay, but I mean, Decide sounds really. It's a very sweet song.
Oh yeah, Decide. Now woman.
Exactly. So, okay, I think I'm gonna have to go there. Are you seeing anybody?
I'm seeing the Lord of Hosts.
Because you have a bunch of songs that seem inspired by a muse, by a chick, by
I'm a lover
particular
boy.
person.
I'm a lover boy, so I'm a one woman type of guy, So I would rather just stick with one woman than just here and there. So I love deeply, and when I love, the kind of love where I love gone. Maybe say I feel empty my account for girl. I don't empty my house for girl before. Maybe say I carry everything with inside my house. All the interior I give them.
For real though.
So yeah. So some of them are figments of my imagination, and while some are actually real. Like Decide, I wrote it for a girl that I fell in love with in Yaba then. And I'm like, you need to decide. She had this other guy that just cheated on her, and she would come to me, cry to me. Oh,
you ready to show her to cry on?
Do you understand? I'm like, this investment that I'm making on you, I'll take care of you when you need me. I'm always there for you. I'm not a young boy. I need to know where is this going. Pelumi, Decide. In fact, the name did here before.
You guys come out.
She don't marry, don't born. I go come out. She don't marry, don't born. Don't come on and just.
She don't decide to last.
She decide, but not be me. She decide.
Or more.
She decide to go with to.
Oh come on, that could really
that's how I wrote that song. Fall. I can't remember how I wrote Fall, but I know that it was also from a very deep place.
Okay, all right, I like that. So you had quite a few number of collaborations on the project, right? And I think that's quite interesting. Why?
I didn't do collaboration on this project. I just have one person. The other collaboration was with the choir, the Deep Expression Choir. So I wouldn't say that's a collaboration. Like that was just us, coming together to well, it's still a collaboration, but in my own head I don't see it as a collaboration. So with Melly in Love, I had Melly on In Love. She's been a friend now for a while. I sent the song to her at a point where I felt like I needed a female voice on it, and she killed it. So I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Yeah, so, and the major reasons why I limited my collaboration on this project is because my next project is every single song is a collaborative song, so every single song will have one artist or the other, one or two artists.
Okay, so your next project, is it going to be an EP as well or an album?
It's an EP. It's an EP
again.
Yeah, then after the EP, then I have an album, because this song's just too much. So that next year is going to be like too much songs. I just want to throw everything out.
Okay.
Throw everything out.
So let's now talk about the controversial Spyro. Okay.
Am I controversial?
Now, I've seen a lot of comments. I've seen a lot of posts about you. Do you feel there are some artists you could never work with?
I can work with anybody and everybody, to be honest. To be honest with you.
You can work with right now.
Yeah, I can work.
Can you work with Portable?
Why not? You people spinned. You see, these media people, you spinned my words around, because that was not what I actually said. But why not? Why can't I work with Portable? Maybe you should watch out for Portable on my next project, though. Because I feel like that's what versatility is about. Like if you're a versatile artist, you should be able to work with anybody. So it wasn't even about working with him. They said, can I write for him? That was the question, not can I work with him. And can I write? I'm like, I don't think so, because I need to understand Portable from where he's coming from, to understand the kind of music that he writes. And I don't think that I can do that. I don't think that I understand him so well. There are some people I feel like I can write for David, because he's a love person. And I do love songs really well. I feel like I could write for Young John. Do you understand? Like
Yeah, I feel you.
we vibe the same way, So that was what I meant.
Okay.
But in terms of working, I could work with literally everybody. Yeah, in fact, I love Yongidu.
Okay, then. I mean, if there's something I know you've experienced in the industry is a lot of times your expressions, your words have been taken out of context a lot of times. And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel, sad sometimes, and but it's what life is. That's what life is. It's a lot of people, a lot of the fans, a lot of guys outside there do not understand that I'm also human. Like I lived a very regular life, just like you. I'm just a graced boy from the slums of Mushin. You understand? I wish I could even go there right now. After I leave here now, I just go Mushin, go see area. Do you understand? So, but people do not understand that I feel too. Like me, self, I be human being. Do you understand? So when they react to some things and just twist my words for gains and just create problems for me, it's quite painful. Like a lot of people just come to your DM and start saying a lot of things. I posted RIP
To Ola Dips.
and someone said your nest.
Yeah, I saw that.
What was, are they trying to understand what the person mind where you talk that kind of thing? And that's not even just that's like the least of it. People come to my DM when it was Charlie Poppy's time, when people felt like I said things about Charlie. People came and insult your mother will cry over you, your father will die. A lot of things. It's painful, but I just decide to overlook a lot of it because I'm like, well, that's just life.
It's crazy. I remember that on Charlie Poppy's, right? I think your WhatsApp story was a case of you people let me rest. I don't know.
At that time, me, I don't collect Yoruba go say Motigbakamu.
But essentially, do you feel like interviewers, especially when you're on a podcast, do you think they intentionally try to set up artists or popular people?
Yeah, they do. And even if you don't say anything implicating, they still find a way, because that particular one of with Charlie was specifically screwed and chopped.
How
yeah,
so?
it was edited. Like if you watch the video, you will know that the words were edited. Like they cut some. They made it. Imagine making a statement out of chopped words. Like you cut from here, you cut from here, you cut from here, and then you join everything together to make a statement. Because when I watched that clip, I'm like, I didn't say this. This is not me. Like I had to literally go watch again that I Jones ni. They say no be me talk this. I had to go watch the podcast again. I discovered that I didn't even say it that way. I didn't say it that way exactly.
And how did that make you feel with the people that invited you over for the podcast?
I saw something there, and they said, this country no go ever better again. I'm like, when did I say that? I had made a statement about some people. Someone with a poor mentality would always be negative and say, this country no go ever better again. They left the part where I said that. They just carried this country no go ever better again. They joined it with another thing. It was just messy. And I understand that they are just trying to
get clicks.
You understand, you know the game, but it's fine at the end of the day, so we move.
But at the same time, I feel like as the person in the hot seat, I feel you should complain. You should actually reach out like, no, I didn't put it this way. Why would you put out a trailer making it look like I said this?
But the deed is already done. At that point the deed is already done. It's now left to me to take care of the next one. So to handle any other future arrangement, or you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. So when you work with artists, right, do you put some extra scrutiny as regards to kind of language they use on their verse?
Yeah, I do, because I always want it to be clean. I want to just make clean music, not just for myself. I'm not thinking of myself when I'm making music. I'm thinking of people that will digest it. I'm thinking of people that will listen to what I'm saying and get another view of it, because I feel like music is a very powerful tool. I mean, it's a very powerful tool. Like we influence a lot of people without even knowing. Like there are a lot of people that are influenced by what we say and what we do. Some you just come down and say, hey, let's start drinking milk. If I come now and say, milk is what I drink, even before you know, thousands of people, without thinking that, why is he drinking milk? You just go and start drinking the milk. You understand? So that's the power that you have as an artist, and you have to be careful what you say and how you. I mean, music has destroyed a lot of lives. A lot of guys in jail abroad. They just they find themselves there because they listened to a rapper that said, shooting pop. Instead of just carry gun, just shoot person. They carry and put them for jail. Do you understand? So, and that's the power of music. So I always want to make sure that once you're working with me, not just about your lyrics, like if you're working with me, once it comes to my own project, I mean, the way you dress and the way your lyrics has to be clean.
Okay, so I mean, I've got to take you back in time. I just remembered now that way back, we used to call it Spyro Freeze. Why did you take out the freeze?
I think it was Sound Sultan. Shout out to the late Sound Sultan. May his perfect gentle soul rest in peace. I think he just told me that this name, they twist for people mouths, like they smooth say, let's leave it short, let's leave it just very easy, something easy that people can say, let's do Spyro. That was when we did Salary Work, and then that was when he called me Spyro on the song, and then I just said, okay, that's fine. And then I also had Daddy Freeze was also there, so some people would remove the Spyro and just call me Freeze, and there's another person by the name Freeze. So I made attempts to change the concept, spelt my own Freeze as PH, but when Sound Sultan just advised me to do that, I'm just like, it's okay, let's do it.
Okay, all right. So do you ever see yourself owning your own record label and signing people?
Yeah, I currently own my label.
Exactly, but you want to sign people? Do you ever want to work on that?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, I'm looking at venturing into the music business side from next year. I wanted to do that this year though, but I mean, I'm still scouting for, because I want to have people on my platform that wants to listen to them, wants to hear their work. They're like, nah, this guy did a very good job, getting this guy. So I'm still trying to like get those guys that can function on that level, on that pedestal. So next year, pretty much, at least two artists
for me next year.
Yeah.
So what are you looking out for particularly?
Talent and zeal, because talent is not enough these days. But you yourself, as I see a lot of artists, you have the talent, but you cannot even spend your money on yourself. So what labels do now, they want to, they are watching. They don't want to do the groundwork. They want to see that you've gotten yourself to a point, and then they just amplify. So that's kind of like what I'm watching out for. What have you done for yourself? Because it's easy for you to be talented and look for people to put money on you, but you yourself, a lot of artists, help me, they're shouting, they're all up in your DM, but what have you done for yourself? Like, I go through your page, like, okay, let me see the work that you've put in. You've not even done anything. Some don't even freestyle on their page. But when I started, I mean, I was always looking for one way or the other to push my brand forward. Like, I was desperate to succeed. Like, I just was sleepless night, and I'm looking for myself in someone. Like, and when I see it, I know.
Okay, I like that. Spyro, honestly, I mean, you and I could go on about this chat like the entire day. And if you would give yourself an advice, if you could go back in time and tell Spyro something you would have done differently way back 7 years ago, 9 years ago, what would you have done differently? What would you have told you?
Two things. I would have told myself, I would have advised myself to invest in female relationships. Honestly, because I feel like I didn't do that. I invested in male relationships, and I did suffer them because I never married. Do you understand? Like, so I feel like I would have advised myself to do that. I don't. Yes, that's that. And then I would tell myself to don't beat yourself up when things are not going so well, because you would understand when you eventually get to your destination, that you needed to pass through all those things, because I feel like I'm here now, and I understand why I had to go through all that process. Because if I didn't go through that process, it's that process, going through that process, that makes you, when you eventually get there. Because then you've learned a lot of things, you've unlearned a lot of things. Is why when a lot of people get to fame, they misbehave, because that process period gives you capacity. It's like God taking you through a journey and sieving out some things from you. This is how to talk, don't talk this way. This is how to relate with people. Don't, so enjoy the process. That's what I would have told myself, advised myself. Because I beat myself up sometimes, say, God, why? So yeah, that's it.
Okay, honestly, so how do you deal right now with the fame? I know your line is literally blowing up every time. So many messages.
So
how do you deal with the girl love too?
I've just had to bar my line, like, only the people that have my number before can literally still call in. Because if I don't have your number, if I don't have your number and you try to call me, it won't come through my phone. It's because it's just a lot of pressure. Like, everybody just, even people that were just passing by when they gave birth to you, they just call you. I saw you when your mother was pushing you. I was there, and it's crazy. Like, the pressure is just so much. Like, the expectation that people now have, it's just quite crazy and exhausting, But yeah. And it's now even difficult for an artist like me, because I don't smoke. I don't have like an escape route. Like, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't. So when I have to go through all that pressure, I just find a safe place in God. Like, sometimes that's why I love to be in church. Like, a lot of people still don't understand why is he always in church. Like, I don't miss church services, because I feel like that's like my escape. Like, that's the only place that I am, and I feel peace, and I can connect to God, and I can purge, and I can be myself. Do you understand? Yeah.
I like that. But do you feel like some other artists actually judge you because you don't smoke and drink? Be honest. Do you feel like some don't want to work with you?
Yeah, I kind of feel like people would not want to be in the same space with you when you don't do the same thing that they do. So you tend to see some A-listers supporting some set of people, and they don't support you because they feel like, oh, this guy no get my vibe. Like, they try to sideline you. Not even just A-listers, even your guys, people that you're on the same level. But me, I feel like it's not about what I do or what I don't do. That's why I appreciate people that don't personally like me, but they still grind, they still move to my music, they still, appreciate my music. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, I'm not moved at all, because at the end of the day, you can only try, you can't sideline, because the music is good, and it's about the music, it's about the arts. It's not about what you smoke or what you drink or and I don't even judge. I'm not saying it's wrong for you to drink or smoke. It doesn't make me holy that I don't smoke and I don't drink. It's just a personal thing for me. So, but if answering your question, yes, some people might feel like, if you understand person, they do some certain things. If you they do if I did with you, I not go understand why.
Yeah,
I not go really feel understand you, and you not go feel understand me too when you don't deal on that level. Sure, you get.
Bro, I completely get you, and I love that you're very true to yourself. I remember the day all of us were in the party at the club, and you were just like, bro, I don't drink, and I'm like, Spyro, how fun now?
I like my way.
I like that. Honestly, big shout out to you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here. If you give a word to your fans, a shout out to your fans, what you gonna say?
Shout outs to everybody out there. showing me love and supporting my music. I really appreciate in whatever you're doing. It gets toughest when it's about to happen. So do not stop pushing. Like just keep pushing. It's about to happen when it gets the toughest. God bless you guys. Thanks.
Yeah, that's what's up. Spyro right there. We sign out with Next Rated. That's him with the project. You want to stream this. You want to like support this project. Arguably one of the best right now in the country. You don't want to sleep on it.